Excel allows you to import data from a text file and edit as you need. With Power Query, you can transform the data to fit your Excel file and then replace the data to highlight what you want to show. If you update the source document, the Excel file can be updated to incorporate the changes. If you would like to import a text file into your Excel sheet, you can easily do this via the Data tab. So if I go up and choose Data, on the left-hand side, you'll find within the Get and Transform Data group that you'll have the option from text or CSV. I'm going to select this option, and once I select this option, my File Explorer will open up. From my computer, I'll need to choose the file location, which happens to be my desktop, and then I can select my text file. Now this text file comes from applications such as Notepad. Once I've selected my file, I can go down and choose Import. Once I select Import, I'll be able to see how the table will appear once I import it into my sheet. In the top left-hand corner, you'll find your file origin, your delimiter, as well as your data type detected. Just below, I'll find my data separated into columns and rows. Now in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll need to choose your Load option. If you would like to load in your activated worksheet, you can simply select Load. But if you have another worksheet in mind or you'd like to add it to a new worksheet, you can select the drop-down menu and choose Load to. If you're looking to transform the data, which means you can edit the data before importing it, you can select Transform. If you would like to edit your data after you load it, you can do this as well. I'm going to choose Load. Once you load your data, you'll be able to see that two new tabs will open up in your ribbon. You'll have your table design, which you can use to modify your table styles and table options. I'm going to select the Query tab, and from the Query tab, if I would like to edit my data below, I can go to the left-hand side, and within the Edit group, I can select Edit. Once you select Edit, you'll be brought to the Power Query Editor, where you can easily access multiple tools to modify your data. From the tool ribbon itself, you'll find that you have 4 separate tabs that you can access and modify your data below. For example, if I would like to modify my data by hand, I can easily go down to one of the cells and start making those changes. For example, if I would like to rename something, I'm going to select the cell, right-click with my mouse, and choose Replace Values. Once I select this option, a new window will open up and I'll see my value and I can choose Replace With. After I've entered the replace value, I can select OK. Now you can see that the field has automatically been replaced with this particular value. On the right-hand side, you'll find your query settings and you'll see the actions that have been applied. For example, I can see that I've just replaced the text. If I'd like to undo this action, I can select the X on the left-hand side. And you'll see that the original value now appears. Now, once you start making changes to the values that you've imported, you'll notice that some of those values won't necessarily save. You'll need to modify the data found on the original sheet, since the text sheet is automatically linked with Excel. So in order to make those changes, I'm going to need to access my original file. To do this, I'm first going to leave the Power Query Editor by selecting the X in the top right-hand corner, and I'm going to minimize the Excel application. From my desktop, where I have the text file that I've linked, I'm going to open it. And once I open my file, if I'd like to make any changes, I'm going to go up and rename this particular column. And once I've done this, I'm going to save by selecting Ctrl+S, and then I'm going to close the file. Now, once I've made those changes, I'm going to go back down and open my Excel application. After you've made changes to the original document, in order to refresh those changes, you'll need to go up to the Query tab within your tool ribbon, and you'll find the group Load, and from here you can choose Refresh. And I can see below that the surname now appears within my sheet. So now you've seen how to import a text file into Excel.